Okay, good afternoon, grade 8, and welcome to today's session. We're going to start reviewing today by working on our vocab. Okay, today we're going to cover words 9 through 24. Okay, so I am going to open it. Also, let me share screen with you. This is the first thing that we're going to do.
You are in 10th grade
Okay,
international
so as we
school.
open here, you guys
You
will
should be
see.
able to read these types of
All right, these are
sentences
our
and
6
questions.
words for today. It
I
starts
know
with the
that a
word
lot of you
accumulated,
and a lot
demeanor,
of folks really don't
demonstration,
recycle.
retirement, spontaneous, and
Recycling,
superannuated.
recycling is not
These
the
are 6 words
answer.
for today. We
What
had
are you
previously
cutting off
took the
at the
definitions
source?
from the PDF file that I showed you the words for. So what we're gonna do is that we're just gonna worry about, okay, just
Yes.
writing the word in the word box. Okay,
No.
and to accumulate,
Why
remember
do you
guys, it is
recycle?
to gather something so that it will increase over time. All right, so if you're accumulating wealth,
Okay, take
that
out
means
pen and
you're
paper, guys.
gathering money to become more wealthy. Okay, if you're accumulating cards or a collection of some
I'm going
sort
to
that
give
you're
you 10
interested in,
minutes to
okay, that
complete
means you're
those 10
accumulating it in hopes
sentences.
of
Go
gaining
now.
it, or for it to increase. Okay, so again, this is the idea of accumulate. So accumulate goes back to the idea of gathering and gaining things. Okay.
Yes, that's what I said. I'm giving
All
you
right,
10
so
minutes to follow the 10
let's go here.
sentences.
And can someone now help me with the idea? Is it a
Everything
verb
that I took
or
from
a noun or what? What is the
a
part of
sentence,
speech of
you need to send
accumulate?
it to the
What
email
is the part
and
of speech?
SMS.
Verb.
Yes, that's correct. It is the verb.
Oh, y'all gonna wake up in 10th grade.
Okay. And if we look together here, was this Nano?
You have to write your name on a piece of paper.
All right, Nano, let's look at the word accumulate in the thesaurus. And if we could look together, for accumulate, we can use the word acquire. Okay, to acquire more land or to gain more wealth, money, fame, success, and whatever it is that you're going to acquire. And the antonym of acquiring or obtaining or acquiring something is to basically to of course decrease it, all right, or diminish it, all right, maybe even forfeit it or let it go. All right, so let's use the word diminish. All right, so these are synonyms and antonyms. So acquiring, or sorry, accumulating is our word. All right, and to accumulate means to increase. Okay, to gather something that so that it will increase over time, which is a verb. A synonym for it would be acquire, and the antonym would be to diminish. Okay, which basically means to have less of something. All right, Nano, by looking at the images here together, what can we see here? Which picture shows a picture of something that is accumulating?
The one with the coins.
Exactly. All right, we can see here that he's adding a coin over coin, and reaching the point of to accumulate or to add on. Okay, good job, Nano. All right, so let's great. All right, and what sentence can we use? How can we use accumulate in a sentence?
Me برضو.
Yes, please.
Okay. Um, During harvest season, the animals accumulated the crops and stored them for winter.
Perfect. Perfect sentence now.
Thank
Great job. Okay, so during harvest season, the animals accumulated, okay, or just kept building on and increasing. All right, the crops. All right, saving them for the winter. Okay, thank you so much. Nano number 2. The next word here is demeanor. All right, and the word demeanor means behavior or appearance. All right, when we discuss the demeanor of someone, we're discussing their behavior or their appearance. Okay, and when we discussed the demeanor that of boxer. All right, and we said that towards the end we saw that he was very sickly. Okay, very weak. He lost a lot of his muscle and so on, and he looked very frail and weak. All right, so your demeanor is your behavior or your appearance. Okay, who could tell me what is the part of speech of behavior and appearance or demeanor? Judy, go ahead.
So now,
Perfect. Your demeanor is a noun. All right, and if we look here, let's look at the synonyms and antonyms together. All right, demeanor, we can use also, another word is your disposition. All right, your attitude. All right, so we're going to use disposition because we use it a lot. And here we're not going to be required to know any antonym as none are listed for us. All right, so for the word demeanor, we can use disposition. Your disposition is how you behave. All right, and no antonym would be required to know. All right, here, Judy, which picture would fit with demeanor? Which one would you say?
The first person that can use your critical thinking skills and figure out number one, I will give you 10 point
Okay,
bonus.
Judy exited. Sorry, she probably had an internet
Yeah.
connection issue. Fadia, can you please help
Don't be
us
jumping in.
and tell
I
us
will
which
call
one
on
would
you.
show a picture of demeanor?
Wow, hands are going up everywhere. MashaAllah. MashaAllah.
Fadia? Okay,
Miss Shadi is telling you, can you let her
You
in?
can do both.
who?
Yeah, I'm in. I
I'm only
just
thinking
want to
about
know what
number
is the word.
one.
Say that again.
No, I mean Judy.
You have to send them on the
I just want to
خلاص
know
I'm
what's the
in.
word.
except for the person
Okay,
that answered
I'm
number
sorry,
one.
I do not understand what you're saying, Fadia.
I mean, which word are you? Do you want me to get the picture of?
Sorry.
For the word demeanor, behavior, and appearance,
Yes.
the way that you carry
Okay,
yourself is
Layla,
called your
let's give it a
demeanor.
try.
Oh, the one with the printer.
How about Reem?
Yes.
The attitude one.
Figure that out.
Yes, correct. The attitude. All right. Your demeanor is your attitude. How do you carry yourself?
Okay,
How
why-
do you
why
behave?
couldn't you
All
figure
right.
that
Your
out a while
attitude
ago?
is your demeanor. All right. So, okay, we just saw it as one of the
The
synonyms
rest of you should
in
have known the answer to
thesaurus.com.
this.
Okay.
It's
So, Reem,
weight.
can you help us put demeanor in a sentence?
It's Dr. Ramadan, do number two.
Skeeler's demeanor suddenly changed.
No, you have to send in 1 through
Okay,
10.
we can say after
But you got bonus points for answering one.
drinking
You're welcome.
lots of
Layla, I'll make a deal.
beer,
I'll make a
the
deal.
demeanor
Either take the 10 points,
of
or
the
if you
pigs
want to choose not to do 1 through 10.
changed. All right. So their behavior did change. Were they waking up early on time? No, we saw that they slept in. All right, they didn't wake up on time. They were acting crazy at night, singing and running and doing, crazy behavior. So their demeanor or the way they carry themselves, their attitude, their disposition has changed. Okay, thank you so much, Fareem. Okay, let's go with Momin. Momin, next word is retirement.
Yes.
All right, what retirement here?
Say
Okay,
again.
and do you remember the
So may I answer, please?
No, that's wrong.
You forget one.
Answer.
I forgot one.
Raise your hand if you
Uh,
can.
don't
Oh,
you mind?
okay, we skipped one. Okay, yes,
Stuff on the
demonstration.
floor.
Okay, hon, let's go with demonstration. All right, and tell me, Momin, what is a demonstration? I'm gonna show you the definition right now that I have.
Guys. in
All right,
this sentence,
demonstration
the
here, we
first two
agreed that it's
words
a
are
group of
wrong.
people gathering to prove a point or to oppose something. All right, so
Go ahead,
if we're
try.
going to have a demonstration because, for example, we want to cancel term exams, then we're gonna all meet in front of,
No, that's
somewhere,
wrong.
and we're going
That's
to
wrong.
basically,
I said that's wrong,
hold up
stop.
slogans and basically
I'll let you read.
have our points of views heard, okay, and addressed. Okay, so when you're
No, that's
involved in
wrong.
a demonstration, it means that you are involved in a gathering. A demonstration is a positive word. Other words that could be used for it would be mobs. Okay,
No.
sometimes they describe them as a mob,
You started out right.
but the word mob
then
has
you
a
messed
negative
it up.
connotation. Okay, it's not so good. All right, and Mu'min, what would we say about a
When did
demonstration?
your-
What is our what would you say would be our
When
point,
did
our
your family Decide to
It will be noun.
part of
Sure,
speech.
ideas
It's a noun.
into
Yes,
practice.
perfect. All right, and if we type here demonstration,
I'm sorry. Okay,
okay, we will see here that we can have.
why don't you say that? No, no.
All right, we can say, for example, expression because you are expressing yourself. We already used presentation when we were discussing the word rendition, so we're not going to use it again.
You started off
Okay,
the sentence
so I would
correctly
say
a
that
while
it's
ago,
just
and I
it's a
told you
form of
that.
expression.
Then
Okay,
I asked you a question, now you changed it all around again.
or even opposition. All right, and
Right,
for
I didn't say
antonym,
change the beginning. I said, I did this so you would use your brain and think.
all right, I'm not going to hold you accountable for knowing an
You can
antonym
answer
for
it,
this
or
word.
give up.
Okay, and here, looking at this, the pictures of Mu'min, what would you say
No,
would be the correct picture for demonstration?
Third one up. The
Right,
third one. Yes.
there you go, the people holding a slogan. Can you put it first in a sentence, Mu'min? Demonstration in a sentence?
no.
Mm,
I think I'm joking.
Drink water.
Hold on, guys.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm still waiting. Mu'min, can you please put demonstration in a
Sorry,
sentence?
wait a second.
Last month, after reading the EPA's
We can say the
brochure,
employees, for example,
because your family cannot decide this until after they
planned
read
a
it.
demonstration
My family decided to put the
to
brochure's
oppose
ideas
long working
into
hours and ask for
on, you see what I'm trying to
additional
tell you?
pay. Okay, so here, this is how you would use the word demonstration.
Last month,
All right. Okay, the
after
next word that we
reading
have, thank you,
the
Mu'min, we're
EPA's
going to use the word
brochure,
retirement. Fadia?
my family decided to put the brochure's
Fadia,
ideas
retirement.
into practice. Any
Fadia?
questions? Okay,
Okay, any other? Hannah Hamdi, please.
let's go to page 213.
All right, here we already have the definition, so read it first.
I'm sorry.
Ending a professional career.
Whenever you finish
Good.
it.
Retirement is referring to the idea of
AOG
reaching the
113,
legal age
213.
where you are no longer an employee. Okay, you're going to end your professional or working career. And what is the part of speech, Hannah?
Noun.
Okay, great. Okay, and let's go to our thesaurus and let's put the word
I can
retirement.
hear you.
And remember the words that I give you for synonym and antonym. This is what you need
Yes.
to use. All right. So to retire, evacuation would be good because you are leaving something. Okay. All right. Evacuation. And
Miss,
yes.
doesn't evacuation mean, for example, for example, if a fire is happening in my house, so I was evacuated to another
You have
place,
to
for example?
evacuate the place, yes, which means you have to let it go, all right, or to basically leave it. All right, when you are
Yes, I
retiring,
told you
you're
it's
also
correct.
evacuating your position at that job
Number 3.
and you are leaving it for somebody else. So here evacuation does not only pertain to you can evacuate your apartment, you can evacuate your title,
No, that's wrong.
you can
Right.
evacuate your job position. All right, so here retirement or to
Number 4.
retire something, I can retire smoking. Okay, that means I gave it up. I stopped doing it. Okay, so
So it's not only for the job?
we're using it.
Number
Remember,
4.
there's many
Yeah, there's only 2
denotations
choices.
for one word. Okay,
Aya,
we can
Aya.
use it in many different
There are
texts,
only 2 choices.
depending on how it's
It's
used in the
Aya.
actual story or novel that we were reading.
There are
Retirement
only 2 choices.
in the
And
novel
if
that
you
we
got
were
the
reading
first one
meant
wrong, then guess what?
stop working.
The other
Okay,
one
this
is
is when
correct.
Boxer was close to reaching 12 years old and he was going to
Number
reach his
4.
retiring age. Well, he will stop working and just basically spend his time educating himself
I
and
think they have
leisurely
some
doing whatever he
problems.
wanted. Now, but here I am including a synonym that means closely the same thing, okay, but
Oh,
not
okay.
necessarily
Thank you,
in
so.
ending a you're not reaching the age limit. I don't mean it in that sense, but in the sense of evacuating here means that you are stopping something or leaving something behind. Okay, just like the example that you gave us with the
Yes.
fire, and you're evacuating the building or the house. Evacuation
Yes.
means that you're leaving something. Okay, when you're retiring, it also means the same thing. Okay, you're giving something up, or you're no, you're giving something up or letting it go for
Yes.
something else. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So let's look here. Who was working with me on this,
Item
Hannah?
number 6.
It was it you?
Um, yes.
Yes. Okay. So which picture here shows retirement?
The one with the balloon.
Right. The old man celebrating, ending his working career. He's very excited.
Wait a minute. Read that.
All right. Can we
sentence
use it in
again.
a sentence, Hannah?
Boxer had to.
Mayor, read the sentence.
Boxer was so excited for his retirement because he was tired.
Mark, can you answer?
All right, so he had a plan
Okay, but
to
can you
spend his
answer?
time leisurely and to learn the alphabet. So he was excited about
Please answer.
retirement for those reasons. Okay, we need to also remember that for our exam. Okay, so
Correct.
thank you,
Go
Hannah.
ahead, continue.
Okay, all right, the next word that we have,
Correct.
spontaneous. All right, Luigi, can you please work on it?
Okay. Um,
Yes.
Go ahead, hon. Spontaneous here. This is the definition. What does it mean?
uh, sudden without preparations.
Good. And how do you describe it? What is the part of speech?
Adjective.
Correct.
That's correct. Adjective. Thank you. Great. All right. And when you're spontaneous, it means you're doing something suddenly. All right. When something is done spontaneously, it
Okay.
means
All right.
you did not have
Thank you, Maria.
time to plan for it or anything. You just up and did it. All right. So we can use something that was unplanned. All right.
Let's go to Courtney.
Unplanned is good for a synonym.
Almost read.
And for an antonym, we could use, all right, something that was intended or premeditated, all right, or something that was deliberate. I would say planned, so that we can be easy for that. All right, here, Luigi, we only have 2 more pictures left. Which one is is spontaneous?
Um, the blue one.
Yeah, the girl on the plane, right? She's just got up and well, the picture, if a picture could speak 1,000 words, this picture would say that this girl just got up and went on a trip
Yes.
spontaneously.
What
All
part of
right,
speech
so
is it
this is
used as?
the idea that the picture is trying to present. I'm sorry if it's not so clear. Yes.
Miss, but the printer was like for it to break or for it to happen, get ruined was spontaneous. It was not expected.
Now can you tell us what part of
Oh no, the
speech?
printer is going to be superannuated. It's when something is
Old.
too old and no longer useful or productive.
Where can you hear me?
It's a broken printer.
Okay.
Okay. All right, Luigi, please can you please tell me, hon, a sentence for spontaneous?
Okay. Sometimes spontaneous events work out better than planned
Number
one.
12.
That's correct.
Me is used as what part of speech? Yes.
That is very true. All right. So sometimes you can enjoy yourself more with something spontaneous, more than when something is actually planned and it was
Okay, so what is it?
something that you worked for to get together. Great. Thank you so much,
It's
Alushi.
me, but
All right.
what
And
part of
Yusuf,
speech is me?
last but not least, we have the word superannuated.
Miss, can you let Fufi in?
pronoun form and
I did,
parentheses.
baby. It's just
Then
saying
tell
joining.
the
I think
pronoun.
it's a problem on her end. It's been said.
Okay.
It's saying joining for the past. I want to say 3 minutes. Now she's in.
Yes, right.
Okay.
Fadia, are you in now?
Say it. You're number 13.
Okay, Yusuf, read the definition for superannuated for me, please. Yusuf?
Old and no longer useful.
Right, okay, so when something is a
Miss, can you hear?
superannuated. Yes, honey, we can hear you.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, Miss.
I don't understand what was that? Okay.
I saw
So
it.
again, when something is superannuated, we're talking about something that is old and no longer useful. Can Yusuf tell me, please, the part of speech?
Adjective.
Adjective, okay. And here, of course, we could use definitely the outdated or old-fashioned will be good. Okay, I would like to use outdated more. All right, to show that it's old, and we could replace it with something more useful, something more advanced. And the opposite of that would be something, of course, modern or advanced. Okay, and the only picture left is this superannuated printer. Okay, so let's use a sentence that go with the picture. Yusuf, what would you say? The company decided to. We can say to do what?
And the company decided to throw the superannuated printer because it became no longer useful.
Exactly. All right. So the company decided to replace the superannuated printer with a modern one. Okay. Of
Yes.
course, we understand because it is old and no longer useful. Okay. So again, this is the idea. Any questions about our 6 words? All right. Good job. All right. So I'm going to post these again on Facebook.
Yes. One more now.
All right. Well, I need you to get your workbooks in the meantime, please, if you may.
Look at it carefully, not IO.
Okay, so let me stop this
Yes.
right here. I need you to find your workbooks,
You see
and I
it
need you
just in
please to
mine?
open them to the chapter 10 review
Okay, thank you so much.
of the pronoun cases. All right, if you may, please open them to page. Let's start with page 174.
Go to chapter 8, modifiers.
Okay, we're gonna do review B. All right, do we have this answered in our
First,
workbooks
you're
already?
going
Can
to
someone
study,
advise?
because I'm sure
Yes.
that you have
Yes.
not
We have
learned
this.
the modifier
Okay,
yet.
you guys have that answered on your own,
Yeah,
or
we
should we do
have
it in
So
class?
when we come
review.
back,
We have review
we're
B
going
and
to read
C.
what a modifier is, and then you're going to tell me how.
Was
to
that done in
fix it.
class, or is this your
Okay,
own
any
answers?
questions?
I don't remember. So for me, it has review B and C. Their answer.
58 when we
Okay,
return.
everybody has review and B and C answered in their book.
Yes.
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 And C is also answered.
Yes.
Okay, so let's go over them. I'm just waiting for my book to load, my workbook to load. But let's see here. Page 174. Okay, if we look here at number 1, it says, let's read it for us. Any volunteers to read number 1 from review B on page 174? Okay, Yusuf, please go ahead.
I'm still get the book.
Okay, any other, let's see here. How about Fadia on the list?
Yes.
Okay, do you have page number 174 in the workbook open?
Yes.
Okay, number 1, please.
Miss, I'm still opening the page, but I have the book.
Okay, guys, finally my book opened. Number one, all right, Fadda, you can look at the screen with me and tell me what you see. Desmond and me. So here, is this correct? And if so, right, C. If not, we need to fix it. What would you say? Desmond and me. What would you say?
I'm sorry, you're asking me?
Yes, hun. If you do not have your book in front of you, I've shared screen.
Okay. Desmond and I looked at the map
Great. And why would you
of
replace
the
me with
world.
I?
Will change me into I.
Yes, but why would you do that? What is the logical explanation for that?
Because me is an objective pronoun and I need to replace it with a nominative pronoun because it's a subject.
Great job. Perfect, Fadia. Okay, here we're talking about again the difference between again nominative case and objective case. All right, a nominative is a subject, okay, and a predicate nominative. This is a subject. It needs to be in the nominative case. I is the nominative case. Great. Number two. Okay, volunteers to revise with me. Number two. Okay, how about Hannah Durgem?
Mr. Rudolph pointed on the
Rudolph.
Indian
Mr. Rudolph.
Rudolph pointed out the Indian subcontinent to us. Correct?
Correct. Okay. And remember, to us is a
A prepositional phrase.
good. So an object of preposition needs to be in the objective case, which is us. Good job, Hannah. Okay. Number three, Ahmad Rashwan, please. The students
I
helped
read the sentence.
themselves.
Okay. Correct.
Okay, do in speaking standard English and non-standard English. Is there a word in the English language that says their selves?
Sorry, not correct.
Say that
Themselves.
good, great. Okay, and it should be themselves. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Ahmad. Themselves. Remember, their selves would be non-standard. This would be incorrect. There's no word that says that. Perfect, Ahmad. Thank you. Number four. Let's hear from Nano. All right, my favorite country. Here we're dealing with possessive pronouns. Remember, guys, we said some possessive pronouns are adjective like, and these are the ones like my, not mine. Mine is more of a, that could be a subject. I can say mine is hungry. Mine could be a subject. Take mine to the cleaners. Mine here is a direct object. So here we have two adjectives. Adjectives are, especially the possessive. We have two categories. Ones that are that can show up as adjectives, like the word my. Okay, I need to have my what. All right. So here, Nano, I'm sorry, I'm giving away your answer by my explanation. But here is the word my the correct way to use it, or should we use mine?
Yes, it's correct because it has like the explanation after.
Exactly. It has the noun that it's modifying. Okay. It's the country. All right. So here, my is one of those pronouns that need to that need to behave as an adjective. All right. And that's why it's correct. Okay. My is mine. All right. The opposite of that would be mine. And the word mine is the one that is used, could be used as a subject. It could be used as a direct object, a predicate nominative. We could use it as an object of preposition, all that. Okay, great. Thanks, Nano. Number five, let's hear from Ali. Did you know that my favorite country is also theirs?
Correct.
Good, is theirs. Okay, how is it used here? This is correct because the other one is there. Now, without the S, there without the S is the one that has to be used as an adjective. Okay, I have to say there what. Okay, here theirs is used as what, Ali? Is it a subject, a predicate nominative, a do, io, or op?
Uh, Predicate nouns.
That's correct. Okay, all right, is theirs. All right, six. Okay, let's hear from please Kinsey, number six.
It would be correct.
Great. Okay, how do we use, remember, who and whom? Can you, Kinsey, can you give us a quick reminder of what is the difference between who and whom?
I can't hear you.
How is who used and how is whom used?
Who is a predicate notice? Should be in
Who is
predicate notice.
who is equivalent to the nominative case? Yes? All right.
Yes,
Who is
equivalent
equivalent?
case.
Yeah. That means that I could use who as a subject or a predicate nominative. And whom with an M at the end, whom is used as the objective case. That means it's the one that could be used as a direct object, indirect object, or an object of preposition. Okay? This is the difference. Now, who here, all right, if we look, remember these relative pronouns, by the way, guys, they start subordinate clauses. All right, Della was the student, and here this entire is a clause, is a subordinate clause. So it has a subject and it has a verb. Now, who gave? I have a verb. All right, this is my verb, gave. And what is my subject of the sentence? Kinsey.
Who?
It's the
Who?
word who. All right, so who itself is a subject. Therefore, what do you have?
What are you reading?
Miss, can you say the question again, please?
So basically, here you need to have who is used as a subject. So it's
Yes.
the nominative or the in the nominative case. So is this the correct pronoun or should
Yes, it was correct because
it's
it's a noted
correct?
case and subject.
Exactly, exactly. Great. All right, Usama, number 7.
I didn't ask you to read.
It's supposed to be us.
Great. Okay, here it should be us.
Nina has already read the rule, and before Nina read it, guess what? Your teacher read it.
All right, to us
Now, this is the
students.
third, maybe the fourth time
Okay.
that we went
Number
over
8.
this. And I want to see who in this class.
Number 8. Let's okay, let's hear from Reem.
I don't want you to read the rule. I want
Okay.
you to
Who
explain.
can say how much of the earth is water? Who?
It's supposed to be who because what do you need here?
Subject.
We need a subject. Okay? Because we already have the verb can say. We have the verb phrase which means can say.
No, no, Nina also read the example, Aya.
All right, so we have can say, who, subject. All right, subjective. And number 9, let's please, okay, Hannah Hamdi, please. Neither Mr. Singh nor him has visited relatives in India.
Okay. Neither Mr. Singer nor him has visited relatives in India. Him will take out of him and make he.
Exactly. Okay, we have to delete him and change it to he because again, we have a compound subject. Okay, as here Hannah stated, Mr. Singh and him, or should be he, are compound subject. They're joined by the word nor, and we saw that the word nor, neither, nor, are what we call correlative conjunctions. They come in pairs if we studied them earlier. Has visited, this is my verb, so we need subjects. Thank you, Hannah. Perfect. Okay. Last but not least, Judy. Okay. Juan, let's read.
Juan surprised himself by naming all of Africa's countries without looking at the map. Himself should be himself.
Great, because again, himself or his self is non-standard. There's no such word. It's always himself. Okay, and that would be it. All right. Do we have any questions regarding pronouns? Excuse me,
No, thank you.
Kinsey?
Yes, I always confuse Sadia.
Okay.
I always confuse I and who and whom. Like I always when I use whom, it's like the objective. It's an objective pronoun. So I use it in an objective, but then it turns out that yeah, I should use who. So I always confuse.
Okay, so here I'm gonna show you something, and hopefully that would help you with it. All right. So if you have who, just remember that who is your nominative case.
Okay, I want everyone to turn to page 269.
All right. That means it's the one that should be used as a subject, or
I'm sorry.
or
Go to
a
page
predicate
268.
nominative. Whom
Exercise 5.
is your objective case pronoun, and it should
Yes.
be used as a do or an io or an object of preposition. Okay. Now, if you have a sentence, okay, ask her
Okay,
to whom
most of the following
we
sentences
should
contain an error in the use of
mail the
modifiers.
package.
Identify the
So you
error.
kind of have to look at the environment that is surrounding your word. All right, you have to kind of analyze by yourself, Fadia, and see how should it be used. Okay, ask her to whom. So here already, what we're seeing is that we have a. Say it again.
Object of preposition.
Exactly. So we already see that
I know
to.
this, but I mean it in a clause يعني.
Yes, I'm gonna
Like,
get there in a second. Okay. So here we have an
okay.
object of preposition. Okay. So that means I have to use the objective case.
Yes.
That means I have to use whom. So here that would be fine. Now, if we look at another one, all right, we need an assistant coach. All right. So we need an assistant coach.
Okay, it already says more friendly. How are you going to correct it?
All right. If we look here, we have a sentence. All right. Now, we need an assistant coach. All right, this is my independent clause, Fatia. Okay, this is my independent clause. Starting who or whom. Okay, let me actually use brackets. All right, starting who or whom. This is going to be my subordinate clause. Now, what I need to do is I have to make a decision. All right, which most of your exam is going to be basically in these types of questions, choices. Either who or either whom. Now, let's break down the subordinate clause. I have blank is enthusiastic. So I here have, what do I have? I have the verb. I have the verb is. And I have enthusiastic, which is a predicate adjective. Now, what is missing in my sentence? Am I missing a verb?
A subject.
You're missing a subject. So automatically here, this pronoun that you have to choose, all right, and they kind of like, yeah, there you go. So is my verb, enthusiastic is a predicate adjective that's going to go back to basically describe my subject. So this clause right here is missing a subject. So are you going to choose who or are you going to choose whom, Fadia?
Yeah.
No.
Who?
You're going to have to choose who.
Who?
Exactly. So the choice here is going to be who, okay? Because obviously, it's very obvious here that we need a subject, okay? If, let's say, for example, I'm trying to find another one. Okay. All right. So here we have Coretta Scott, Coretta Scott King.
I can't hear you.
All right, is a woman. All right, now I'm gonna start my clause, my subordinate clause. I respect. Now, where's my clause start? My independent clause is Coretta Scott King is a woman. This is my independent clause. Now, if I put brackets right here and I put brackets right here, it shows that this is my subordinate clause. Now, what do I have, Fadia? All right, I have to do this on the exam, okay? What do I have? What is the word I?
Number 3.
I would be my